Here in Hagfors Kommun, next to Uddeholm Tolling, is a fantastic museum based on the railway. Has rail bikes at the back in which you can hire and pedal on the old railway through the countryside to Uddeholm, a village up the road. Very, very, very beautiful and very well appointed museum. Let me actually take you and show you inside this marvellous facility here in Hagfors Kommun. Here we are in this Wonderland museum here in Hagfors. Absolutely fantastic. You cannot believe the contents of this museum. Unbelievable. Here in Hagfors Kommun. This is a museum you've got to come and see. Absolutely fantastic. Can you imagine what it was like to ride on the railway in this area? Because Hagfors used to have a railway. Look at these beautiful railway machines. Look at that, just look at it. Horse-drawn snow cart. Look at the size of these wooden wheels. Made in England. One after another after another. Fantastic machines here in Hagfors Kommun Museum. Beautiful. You have to come to this museum. You really do need to come here and go on a rail bike and just look at these beautiful things. Engineering. This one named Hagfors. Well, I gotta say, but I am totally impressed with this museum. I'm totally impressed with the way it is, the way it looks, and the beauty of this place. Look at that cabin. Leather seats. 1883. Absolutely, utterly incredible. A little family waiting at the train station. Even the dog. It's what the carriages were like in the old days. Hagfors. Beautiful. And it has the most fantastic model railway. A model railway. You cannot believe how fantastic this model railway is. But you must come to Hagfors Kommun's museum to be able to see the rest of these attractions. Fire engine, models, and many other beautiful things here. A workshop. It is fantastic here at this museum, and they have their own bikes to go on the railway. Let me show you them. And there is the bikes of this beautiful railway museum, and many other carriages. But let me take you to show you the bikes. These bikes pedal on the railway for 6 kilometers up through in the Hagfors Kommun, right the way up past the rivers, the lakes and the forests. These beautiful bikes are being driven by people. And here is the old railway complex. Incredible. I'm going to show you now where these bikes end up and show you part of the actual railway. And I take you on down the route of these bikes on the rails, which takes you past Uddeholm tooling factory, and then straight on into the forests. This railway is beautifully kept by this museum, and it is absolutely a must to come on these railway bikes. You really will enjoy yourself, and you really will find that this is a facility which is really beautiful. I'll take you to the next part. And here's the next part of your railway experience. The bridge going across into Hagfors. Up through the forest, down through the forest, and then you can walk to the bridge. A bridge that at the moment is closed, but I'm sure will soon be open. This is the contact point between Uddeholm and Hagfors. A very beautiful bridge, and let me just show you the water. From this bridge, you can see Hagfors, the mountains above Hagfors, and of course, it's fantastic for swimming. And there in the distance, you can see Udholm Tulling. Let me take you now to the next part of your journey on these beautiful little bicycles on the railway. This is the next stop on your journey through miles of countryside. Here you can stop for a swim, or more importantly, you can stop here for a barbecue. This really is an outing. Visit the museum and just gaze at its beautiful displays. A place which is so well kept. This whole railway system, railway museum is so impressive. Here, you just lift off your bikes, put them on the side, and bring your sausages and your food, your coffees, and whatever else it is that you want. And just come here to the barbecue area. Where you can hear the nature, watch the beavers building their dams, listen to the fox, or even the moose in the forest. It's so fantastic. And what a facility. I'll take you down to the waterside before I move you to the next part of this adventure. There in the distance, you can see some of the farmsteads around here, as the land is still farmed here in Hagfors Kommun. It's amazing, the beavers on this lake. The wildlife you can see, everything is here for your comfort. And of course, if you need a toilet, pop off your bike and pop in to the toilet. This beautiful arch bridge used to take the steel from one part of the factory to the other, and many years ago was a working facility. I can see here in the distance a young lad and his dog that has obviously come down to the waterside to see what's going on. Hey hey, and he speaks Swedish. And there is his dog going for a swim, and the beautiful arch bridge. Well, let me take you to the next part of your little adventure. Here we are at your next stop. Your next stop is a beautiful weir system and a very old building. Stop off here, walk over to the weir, and here is where the railway bikes come to. Off down in the forest, and off down to the area where I'm just about to take you. Well, this is the last part of your journey on these railway bikes. here, just outside the village of Udderholm. Here, you turn your bikes round and go back to Hagfors. Believe it or not, from this railway platform, Stockholm is 354 kilometers. Of course, there is not a railway from here to Stockholm, but you can go from here back to Hagfors. And also, while you're here, there is another beautiful museum. You see, by taking a complete day trip from the museum in Hagfors, studying the most beautiful machines and railway carriages, a facility that is so well maintained by the dedicated staff of that museum. And then, when this museum's open, which of course most of the time it is, but due to certain restrictions, this museum is not open at the moment, but soon will be. It's a day trip. Literally, by the time you stop for a barbecue, by the time you've swum in the lake, you've turned your bikes round and gone back to Hagfors, it will take you almost a day. A beautiful facility here in Hagfors Kommun.